Hey guys, welcome back to Unknown. Today we're doing an origami animal roundup. So I have a lot of origami animal models I've made over the years. More recently these days actually. So that's why I decided to make the video. I'm just gonna go through all of them and you can see if you like something you can try making it yourself. Anyway, let's get into this. First model we have here is the origami crane. This is a traditional model and here is a picture of how it's supposed to look. Pretty much looks the same. This is a beginner model and it should be some of the first things you make when you get into origami. Unfortunately for me, it wasn't the first thing I made. I think the first actual thing I made was actually, it's gonna come up. It's the dragon by Jonagashima. So this is definitely what you should be making for your first time. And another model which will be coming up. I'll stop naming them now. So this is actually a really great model. It doesn't take too long to make, and I'm not going to be rating these models today. I'm just going to go through them so you can see. There are all the links in the description in case you want to make anything. So that is that, the origami crane traditional model. Okay, let's move on to the next model. So I'm picking everything randomly. There's no order here actually, although there's gonna be a timestamp and everything. That just depends on the video how it's gonna go. Next we have the snake. This is the origami snake by Jonagashima. Here is a picture of how it's supposed to look. Yeah, the picture doesn't block the view or anything, but that is how it's supposed to look. This is actually a pretty good model. Yes, you do need to like make eyes. I don't usually do this, but I just did it for this one time. I think the mouth, yeah, I think that's not supposed to open. I think it's just supposed to be there like a crease. It looks fine to me. It is modular, and yes, of course, you can make it out of very long sheet of paper, but it is modular. All these are squares. It's actually a very basic model. Maybe it takes some time to make and all of that, but for the most part it is fine. So again, no rating of models. This is the origami snake by Jonagashima. Next model. So this model I actually made today a few hours ago. This is the origami baby emperor penguin by Liu Taiyong. It's a pretty great model. I mean, the penguin does look kind of sad, you know. Here is a picture of how the model is supposed to look. So all of these for some of these models I make them from this channel called Melinda Huang. I will leave a link in the description. Actually, the video is anyway going to be a link, so I won't leave one, I guess. The link for this video is going to be biased. Yeah, it's not going to be a YouTube link actually, it's going to be a Bilibili link. The video for this is not available on YouTube, it's only there on Bilibili. So yeah, if you want to make this you'll have to go to some other website. The point is that I'm not going to be, the picture is not from the video, it's going to be from somewhere else if I can get it from there. Okay. So the model has some pretty good features here. There's feet and there's a tail. Apparently the model, even actual penguins use their tails so they can balance, and this model does. So it actually stands on feet and its tail like that. So that's how it stands. That's actually cool. I'm not gonna verify the facts or anything, but that is how it is. As I said, the penguin does look sad. At least it does have eyes and a nose here and hands. I actually like this model quite a lot, but I also don't like it that much. So again, no rating. I'm just gonna go and say if I don't like it. So that is the baby emperor penguin by Liu Taiyong. Okay, moving on to the next model. Let's pick something. Right, okay, there you go. We have the origami neko by Jonagashima. Neko is the Japanese word for cat, so basically just an origami cat here. It is a pretty good model. Yes, I had some issues making this specific one. Not the model, this specific model. It is a pretty good model. I'd say it looks really nice and definitely worth making this model for sure. If I had to choose between all the models you've done right now, I'd say Sue is always the best, but I guess I can't keep doing that. So that is the origami Neko by Origami. Before I get a picture here, picture of how it's supposed to look like. Okay, the origami cat by Origami Neko by Chonokushima. Okay, do not forget how to do that. Yeah, moving on, let's get the origami frog, sorry, the origami fox by Jeremy Schaffer. This is an indeed interesting model. I've actually already reviewed this in the Jeremy Schaffer video, which I will leave a link to in the description. This is actually a really good model. It's supposed to be some type of a jumping fox. I keep saying frog for some reason, but I do like it how it is. That's pretty good looking. It is good looking, but for some reason I don't like the model that much. I just don't know. There's something up with the model. It does have ears. It has everything it needs. It looks like a frog. It's actually a really great model. But yeah, and it's also supposed to go on your finger like that. There's a bunch of features. You can check out the video below if you want to make it. And here is a picture of how it's supposed to look. Yeah, so that is the origami fox by Jeremy Schaffer. There's not much to say about this one. I just don't like in general. Moving on, we have the origami frog by Muneji Fujimoto. This is quite a complicated frog. Not as complicated as Satoshi Komiya's tree frog, which I have not made because I can't get the paper size right now. But this is a pretty good model, I'd say. Definitely gonna make that Satoshi Komiya's tree frog soon. It's a really good looking model. You should check it out sometime. So this is, I mean, it has all the features. It has eyes, has very detailed toes and all of this. So I'd say I really like this model. I've made this model a couple of times actually, maybe like 3 or 4 times. So yeah, that is the origami frog by Muneji Fujimoto. There is a picture here of how it's supposed to look like. There we go. Okay. Let's move on to yes, here we go. The origami spider by Chonokushima. It's actually modified by Chonokushima. It's a traditional model which has been modified by Chonokushima. I'm not sure how that exactly works. I can see how it's traditional. It's 2 pieces actually. This goes in here. Actually a pretty good spider. It's my black paper, you know, it starts coming off a little bit. I don't usually use my black paper a lot, only for like very special models. I thought it was going to be good, but I was kind of disappointed with the model. It's an okay model. I've seen better spiders with 1 piece of paper, but again, I haven't been able to make them because of the big size of paper. It's not because they're complicated or anything. I don't find that issue with me, just the paper size. This is a pretty good model. If you're a beginner, you like this kind of stuff where it's 2 pieces or something, or you just like to look at this model, you should definitely try making this. It is a pretty good model. This part is kind of fun to open. You have to open it like that and like squash it. So yeah, that is the origami spider by Chonokushima. I think I already positioned for the picture before. Okay, moving on to the origami dog head by Seishi Kasumi. Here's a picture of how it's supposed to look like. So again, that's not from the video itself. Yeah, I don't, although it does look like how it is in the video, the Melinda, she usually like modifies it sometimes, all that, uses glue I don't really like that. It does look like much better in the video. It always looks amazing in the video, but I don't use that. I'm just gonna use picture. If I can't find anything, then I have to go with the video. So I'd say this is actually a pretty good model. It's really intricate. It's complicated actually. It's not that easy. As you can see from here, there's Pinot doesn't try to lift the nose properly and make it look good there. There's that crease here, but all in all, this is a pretty good dog head. I wish there was a cat head. I was looking forward to that, but I've never seen one of those. I've seen a flat cat head by Jeremy Schaffer. You can check that out if you want to. Yeah, that is the Origami dog head by Seishi Kasumi. Moving on, have the Origami ox head by Jeremy Schaffer. This is one of my favorite models. It's actually got a 10 out of 10 rating on the Jeremy Schaffer video. It's quite a nice model. It just requires one sheet of paper, 115 by 15 sheet. It's really good. His eyes, his snout here, and the ears. I really like this model a lot, and it's really perfect. So this is definitely a model I'd recommend to make if you're an intermediate folder. If you haven't made this yet, definitely should make this model. That is, there's a picture of how it's supposed to look like, and that is the Origami ox head by Jeremy Schaffer. Moving on, we have the Origami cat by Muneji Fujimoto. Yes, so I made this cat from Muneji Fujimoto channel itself. Found his channel one day and I liked this cat a lot in the thumbnail. It looked pretty good. Actually a very simple cat. It's very cute to make. There is like Muneji Fujimoto's channel, like it's a really cool model. And don't mind his video description. He translated it using Google Translate, and it kind of sounds weird, but yeah, I mean he probably doesn't know English, and he's Japanese, so that's how it works. The cat is actually a pretty good model, and it's not like there's any speaking in the video, as far as I remember. There could be actually. Yeah, this is a pretty good cat model for beginners who want a challenge. You should try this model. Here's a picture of how the cat looks. The thumbnail is kind of misleading, kind of slightly, but that is the thing. But okay, maybe just not keep the thumbnail. Probably I either you saw a thumbnail or you didn't see. You saw a model, something else. But yeah, the point is you saw a model of the cat. That is the Origami cat by Muneji Fujimoto. Okay, moving on. So what's the name of this creator? Let's check. There we go. Okay. Here we have an Origami baby panda by Jackie Chan. I found it on his channel itself. His video is kind of weird actually. The way this tutorial video is kind of weird, but the model is pretty good looking. It's very well designed. The video is just not that great. Remember that very clearly. So this is actually a really nice model, and I definitely recommend you should make this. It's actually pretty easy. The video is like 8 minutes long, but it takes a little longer because of his weird way to make the video. I think these are supposed to be ears or something. I don't know. Just looks fine to me. Yeah. These are supposed to be down. I think they glued them probably. But yeah, they're pretty good model. Looks good in my opinion. I actually didn't notice these until now. It's a tail too. The legs are there. The hands and all of that. Front legs, whatever. So that is, here's a picture of how it's supposed to look. That is the Origami baby panda by Jackie Chan. I see a really good panda here too. Oh, it's by Akira Yoshizawa. Well, I guess I'm gonna be making that soon. In case you don't know who Akira Yoshizawa is, here's a picture of him. He is basically he did the most contribution to make origami a thing, like very global, and he's like the grandfather of origami or something. Like, he is the person who you can credit to make origami so popular and how it is today. Okay, I haven't made any more by him. I do feel kind of bad for that. Okay, moving on. We have the Origami Penguin by Joe Nagashima. I really like this model. I have made it twice. I really enjoy making this, maybe twice, but yeah, it's apparently featured in a TV show too. That's pretty cool. But this is a pretty good model actually. I'd say here's a picture of how it's supposed to look. Yes, I know I didn't make it with brown. I didn't make it with brown because well, my stand is brown. I have an origami stand by Joe Nagashima and I keep it on that. And it's brown. Sorry, it's black, so I wanted some contrast there. Right, so the model is pretty good, but yeah, it's just, you know, it's a Joe Nagashima style kind of thing. Not the best, but really good. So it does stand if you can make it manageable. There is the Origami Penguin by Joe Nagashima. Moving on, let's go to the hardest model here. Is the Origami Marlin. Let me get the creator's name quickly, it's a very long name. Okay. That is by Takuro Kashiwamura. It is quite a complicated and difficult model. The tutorial itself is 3 hours, but Mariano does go very slowly and I watched on 3x to forward. So you could say maybe 2 hours tops for this model. It's supposed to be maybe much larger paper and supposed to look much better here, but this is a model. It is actually very accurate to an actual Marlin. So here's a picture of how the model is supposed to look like. I know it's not that great compared to a model, but it is what it is and it's pretty good. I do like this model quite a lot. You may not see this thing. This thing is supposed to be a little more higher. And there's that and that there. It's actually not symmetrical. That's just one part about it. This is just like the odd one out from all the animals because it's so complicated. So yeah, that is the Origami Marlin. I wish I could make this out of bigger paper soon maybe, or you know, when I get the big paper. Actually, I'm planning to make different models when I get bigger paper, you know, like the ancient dragon and all of that. Some other models from Mariano's channel. So yeah, there you go. If you want to make this, I will leave all the parts in the description, I guess 1, 2 and 3. Yeah, that is the Origami Marlin by Takuro Kashiwamura. Okay, moving on. This is Origami Dragon version 2 by Joe Nagashima. It actually sits down and has legs like that. Normal dragon has like this is like this. So that's Origami Dragon version 2 by Joe Nagashima. It is a pretty good model. Here's a picture of how it's supposed to look like. And yeah, I like the tail. I like the tail quite much, the wings. I actually like a lot of things about this model. Basically everything. One of my personal favorites. And yeah, that is the Origami Dragon version 2 by Joe Nagashima. Okay, moving on to the traditional origami frog. So this model is really easy to make. Also one of the models you could have made as your first origami model. And you know, jumps. So that's that. Definitely a very good model here. So I'm just gonna, yeah, that is the origami frog, traditional model. I'm just gonna bring back the model for a second and look if you can get some detail over here with 2.5. That's the eyes. There's the needle kind of thing. It's very similar to a swordfish too. There are these things. Talked about these. That back is supposed to be higher. This thing leading up to that with the tail. It's actually double-sided too. This best part looks very delicate and it definitely is. would have been much better with a bigger paper and would have probably been in display somewhere. Okay, moving back to the customers. Okay, now we have the Origami Hedgehog. I think it's by John Nakashima. I'm pretty sure it's by John Nakashima. The Origami Hedgehog by John Nakashima. This is a pretty great model, and I all of this. You have to do it by hand. You don't fold it. You lift these up actually. Well, it is still in my laptop box, which is where my not so that kind of stuff goes in there. Not the best stuff there, old stuff and whatever. Yes, this is pretty old. Maybe I made it 3 years ago, but it is there. The Origami Hedgehog by John Nakashima. Okay, few more models left. The Origami Capybara by John Nakashima. I think he's modified this model once. He first published it, then he published it again actually. So I guess it's supposed to be with double-sided paper, but it does look kind of fine with this. I think he did make a